Hello everyone, Alex here, and today I'd like to make a continuation on the last video. So in the last video we created Google Cloud images with Packer and then we tested them with a tool called Gauss. And today I'd like to show you how to create an automated build with Google Cloud Build. And what will happen here is you'll push, let's say, to master, and then Google Cloud Build will run the build and execute the tests and then publish the image for you. So you no longer have to run this locally. So to get started, you can, if you already have the repo locally, you can do a git pull and you'll get the latest changes. But what we're going to be doing here is building what's called a Cloud Build builder, which is going to be the image we're going to use to actually execute the build. And then we're going to configure some stuff for Cloud Build. There's a secret key we have to create in order to run the build and have the correct permissions. So we want to use KMS to do that so it's secure. So when you're ready, you can go ahead and clone this and we'll get started. If you don't already have the Google Cloud CLI tool installed locally, I highly suggest that you go do that. I will create a link in the description on how to install it, but what you're going to have to do is run this gcloud init command and then select the correct project in order for us to be able to use the CLI tool to run some of these KMS commands. So I'll leave a link to the blog post on how to do that. And once you have that ready, you can go back into your terminal, and in the root of the repository, there's going to be a Cloud Build directory. And if you go back to the README of the repository, there is a command here we're going to submit. So you'll need to have the CLI tool set up for this, and it's gcloud build submit, and then a dot because we're in that directory. And we'll execute this. And what this is going to do is it's going to create our artifact so we're able to actually run our build against that. So if we go to the repository, while that's running, we can actually go to the Cloud Build file here. So under the Cloud Build directory, there's a Cloud Build YAML file. And in here, there's a bunch of different things. So what we obviously want to do is we're going to want to download Packer. We're going to want to download the Gauss provider provisioner so we can actually run the tests at the end in Cloud Build. And then what's going to happen here is we're going to just build this image. And then there's some values defined here, like the Packer version and the Gauss version, so you can always change these. And then it's going to push it up and name it Packer. So this will happen. And once this completes, you'll actually be able to see the image. So if we go here, you can see that there are a variety of Docker steps running. And then you can see here it's preparing to actually push to the repository. And I'll show you what that actually looks like once this is complete, and it'll be done shortly. There we go. So it succeeded. So we can go to our Cloud Build. And what we can do here is you can actually refresh, and you can see here that the build now showed up, and you can see that it's stored in a bucket, and it was completed a minute ago, and you can see the artifacts that were created. It was tagged with latest and 1.4.5, which is the version. So it took about a minute to create, and this is the image we're going to be using to actually run the Cloud build. So, and we'll do that next. So just before we set everything up, there's a few things we're going to have to do. I mentioned that you have to create this KMS key, so you'll have to create the key ring, then you'll have to create the key and then encrypt the files. So your service account should be located in the root of the repository as secrets.json. It's in git ignore, so you don't have to worry about it. And then you can execute all these commands, first the key ring, then the key, and then encrypting the file, and it'll set that up for you. I've tested this, so it is working. And then you can see for me, for example, I have a secrets.json.enc file, which is encrypted. And so you'll have to just make sure that you change that for your key so you're able to decrypt your key. And that's how we're going to actually be able to get the service account that we need to be able to run the Packer build. And we're referencing that in the Packer JSON file. And if you want to see what this looks like, just the name of Packer, and you can see it's global, and the key is called key. And you can just search for KMS in the Google Cloud UI if you want to find that. So once you have that ready, we can go ahead and go to IAM after that. So what we want to do next is actually give the Cloud Build service account, which is right here. So it'll have a random number here, and then it'll be at cloudbuild.gserviceaccount.com. And it has the build service account permission role and also the Cloud KMS crypto key decryptor. So you can edit this, and then you would add a role, and then you would add the KMS crypto key decryptor. So we're able to actually decrypt the secret and actually run the build. So Once you have those ready, we can then actually create a trigger and run a build against it. Let's go ahead and create our actual trigger so we can actually push to this repository, and the build will run in Cloud Build. So if you go back to Cloud Build, there is a trigger section on the left-hand side, and I've already set this up, but what you would do here, and you can see my repository here, is you can connect a repository, and then you can select GitHub, and then it's going to ask you to authenticate, and then you can select one of your repositories. So I've already set this up. What you want to do is then just set make sure it pushes to the branch, and then your filter is master. So we'll do the master branch, and then we'll have the Cloud Build YAML file in the root of the repository. So now we can actually go back to the repository, and I can actually show you what this Cloud Build file looks like. So right here, we're going to actually, you can see it's very familiar from what we were doing in the last video. We're doing a Packer build and making sure we pass in our project ID. This is passed in dynamically from Cloud Build, and you can see here that there's also a decrypt step to actually get the service account to be able to run this. So it's doing two things. It's doing the KMS decrypt, and then it's doing the Packer build. So without the service account key, you can't actually do the decrypt. So in order for us to run the build, we have to have that enabled. And if we go back to our Packer file, everything is pretty much the same, except we rename the service account to secrets.json, and you can name that whatever you want. Just make sure that when you create the KMS key, you actually make that change everywhere. So once you have that set up, we can actually make a change and push it and run the build. One thing I forgot to mention is just right here, there's a name parameter, and this is actually the image we're using, so that when we submitted that build, we were saying to submit as call it Packer. And you can see here in GCR it's stored as with the project ID namespace /Packer. So that's how it's finding that, and it's using that image to be able to run this because it has all of our dependencies. So we can actually go ahead and make a change here. We'll go to our Nginx script, and we'll just echo a test value for the sake of running a build, and then I'll commit this file. And because we have the trigger set up, and I can actually show you if you have it set up correctly, if you go to the settings of your repository, if you fork this, and if you go to integrations and services, you can actually see that there's a Google Cloud Build installed GitHub app here. So we'll go back here, and then we'll actually commit this change. So we can do a git diff. You can actually see that I'm echoing test. So we're going to add that test build, can't type. Oh, I'm in the wrong directory here. We're going to commit that again, and then we're going to push it. Awesome. So this is now pushed to master, and you can refresh, and you can see that the latest commit is going to be, there's a circle here for it's invoking that request to Cloud Build. So if we go to Cloud Build and close this, you can actually refresh it. You can see that there's a build running. So there's a push to the master branch, and what we can do is you can actually run this. So you can see there's two build steps here, the actual KMS decrypt part and then the actual Packer build part. So you can see here it's pulling the image, and now it's actually running Packer. So it's going to take a second to complete, about 5 minutes. So I'll see you when that is complete. So now the build has completed successfully, and if you scroll all the way down, you can actually see that it ran the GOS test. So you can see that 3 of those tests passed, and you can also see the test output that I echoed out in that script. So you can see that as well, and then you can also see that right after that it ran the test. So that's all been done, and you can see here that it created an image, it's deleted it, and then it marked it as successful. So you can actually go into your compute engine, and then you can go to images here, and then you can see here, actually you'll probably want to sort this based on creation time for the most recent, and you can see here the Packer image right here that we just created. So you can see that happened recently, about 3 minutes ago. And then what you can do is, if you're interested, you could probably set up notifications to Slack and whatnot to be able to notify people that that build is complete. But that's about it in terms of how this workflow works. So we created the Packer configuration, we integrated GOS, and then we used Cloud Build to tie it all together to create a workflow where you can, push to the master branch, build the Packer image automatically, and then it'll get pushed to your images in Google Cloud, and then you now have an AMI that you're able to use. So I hope you found this valuable, and if you have any questions, please reach out. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.